Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy D Rich, man, back in the building once again, man. You already know what's going on. Let me hit the drop. Hold on, they're trying to mess me up in here, man. I ain't been on here in a minute. But it's your boy D Rich, man. We got a very special guest today, man. But before I get started, I want to send prayers out to Tiger Woods. That's some crazy news, man. We lost Kobe. We can't lose Tiger Woods, man. 2021 cannot be like 2020. You cannot start off like that. And I also want to give a congratulations to all the McDonald's All-Americans, everybody that got accepted into the McDonald's All-American game, man. That's a very, very huge step. A lot of players that I know were able to make the list, so that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let's see. You already know, man, when I'm on here, I bring you guys a special guest each and every time. This guy right here is somebody that I saw in the 6th or 7th grade. I think it might have been 6th grade. I believe the first time that I saw him, he was not with the Blue Chips. He was on the team playing against the Blue Chips. And he was looking pretty solid, and he was moving very good for a man of his stature. And then he played alongside the Blue Chips, and now he is a future All-American. We could say underarm All-American, but he might want to go to the U.S. Army game. Me personally, I like the U.S. Army game because it's more traditional, but it's up to him. Whatever he decides to do, I'm pretty sure he would have his pick. Luke Montgomery, y'all. Let's add him to the stream. How you doing, Luke?
Hey, what's up, D-Rich? How are you, man?
Man, I can't complain at all, man. I cannot complain at all, man. I'm hanging in there. How you doing today?
Good. You're doing well. Just another day, another dollar.
You got a very, very nice room right there, man. You seem to be pretty lucky to have a room that size, man. You got a bigger room than me.
Yes, sir. Pretty fortunate. Yes, sir.
Bless. I see you got the Adidas gauntlet gear on, man.
Yeah.
So you rocking Adidas now with the Nike team Nike?
I am rocking Adidas right now. Yes, sir. With Amir. You remember Amir, man?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Some of the best times of my life, just hanging out with you guys during the summer, having the chance to talk to you guys, man. Yeah. I will always remember those moments. I'm pretty sure you will remember those moments too, man.
Those memories will perish forever, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, Luke, you from Findlay, Ohio, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Tell me about Findlay, man, because I don't know too much about it.
So we're Division I. We're on the lower seed of Division I. We're like right on the border, for high school wise. I bet there's about 50,000 people that live here in town. We're all pretty close. We usually know each other by sight or just by name. Ben Roethlisberger went here. He played here. This is an alumni of high school. So yeah.
Big Ben Roethlisberger, man.
Yeah.
He went to Miami of Ohio too, a small college, and
Yeah.
now he, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Look like he's about to retire.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people? Is he the biggest person from the city?
Yeah, I would say for sure. Yeah. Ben is up there.
So you guys are lower Division I. Did you start off playing basketball or football first?
Yeah, I played basketball probably starting first grade, and I played football. My first year was in 7th grade. So
your first time playing football was 7th grade.
7th grade, yeah.
So was it a situation where a football coach saw you and said, "Man, he got the size to play football"?
No, actually, it was my dad. He gave the decision to me. Honestly, it was up to me if I wanted to play or not. So I decided to give it a shot, and so I've liked it ever since.
So when you first start playing football and basketball at the same time, how was it balancing the two? Were you leaning more towards basketball or were you leaning more towards football at first?
At first, definitely basketball, and still to this day, I love basketball more than any other sport. And football's always there. I love football too, but I can't give up basketball. I love it so much.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy is that when I first saw you, I don't know if you remember this, but actually, if you played football and you told me you played football, and I feel like you were in a predicament, and you realized that football is gonna get me to go to these top tier schools because you got this perfect size for a defensive end, and there's a lot of people that play basketball that will be perfect size for football, but they're not like basketball size, like 6'8", 6'9", you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, sure. And
And a
that's
lot of people don't want to go on that football field and have that contact.
right. Yeah, and every time I see another kid that has like the size and just plays basketball, I'm always like, you got to try out football, man. You got to. I feel like playing more sports is better for you, not just playing one particular sport. I feel like you'll regret that when you're older. So that's why I've always wanted to play multiple sports.
So let's go back to the 7th grade. Did you join the Blue Chips in the 7th grade?
I think it was early. I think it was like summer of going into 7th grade is when I made that decision.
Okay. How was it joining that team? Were you pretty nervous because you played against the Blue Chips? Am I correct?
Yeah, I played against them multiple times. That's how I got aboard with them. Actually, I actually knew Corey and Amir just from playing them so much. They played with Mean Streets when they were in Chicago, and they came in the Blue Chips, and I played them probably 8 times before I joined their team.
So when you first joined the team, did you feel any pressure because you like joining like a big time program? Did you feel like, damn, like I really gotta bring my A game each and every
Oh
time?
yeah, I was so nervous the first time. First practice, man. I actually had the flu. I was sick, and I still showed up because it was the first practice. I had to make a good look for myself. So I think I did pretty well, and LeBron ended up walking in. I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
Oh yeah, man. I think that I'm a grown man, and when he first walked in the room, like back in the day, I used to be filming, and sometimes I get nervous because if the ball go in the stands, bro, I wouldn't want to put the camera on him because I don't want to invade his privacy.
Yeah,
And he like one of them dudes, like you probably noticed this too. He's so cerebral. He know everything that's going on, even
yep,
if he don't say nothing. Like it's crazy. Like, he know everybody's name. He know where you're from. He know everything about you. Probably more than you know about yourself. He know about you before he even opened his mouth and say anything to you.
for sure, for sure.
So what I like about you, Luke, is you got your own name now. Because a lot of people, of course, they're gonna associate you with the Blue Chips. Do a lot of people know that you are a highly recruited football player, or do they still just look at you as a former Blue Chip?
As of now, definitely a blue chip. I actually like staying low radar. It's not a problem
Right.
at all. I'm not one of those flashy guys. I just like staying low radar, and I'm fine either way if they know or not. That's just me. So
I like that. I
thank you.
like that. So this is a question I want to ask. Like, does it seem like on Instagram, basketball players get way more love than football players?
I would say so. There's not as much hype around football. I think just because like it's not an individual sport. Obviously basketball isn't either, but you can make individual plays that are dunking on someone, for instance, I'm sure is a lot better than a sack. Or
Right.
and obviously they have those like Slam High School, and then obviously you, D Rich, and I know you've done some football stuff, but like Overtime and Slam, they're all more basketball related. So I don't know. That's a really good question though. What do you think?
I think that basketball players definitely get more love because what I always do is I go through the rankings and I just go to their Instagrams and see how many flowers they got. Like they might get a lot of likes, but they don't have a lot of followers, like
Yeah.
for basketball players, you can tag along with somebody and get a name from that, and then you get a big name and
Yep.
you the wave, and then they find the next wave and the wave and the wave. It's not like that with football. Like,
And
I
then
don't know why it is.
like so you can play all year round basketball. You only get 10 to 15 games a year, like counting playoffs and stuff for football, and that's only in the fall. So you definitely have more games and just stuff like that for basketball. So that's a huge thing as well.
And I will also say you can look at a basketball player and be like, he's a pro
Yeah.
early, like sixth grade, 7th grade. You can be like, that's a pro. Whereas football, some people go to college, go to the wrong college.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that later because there's a couple of schools on your list that you have offers from. I'm gonna give you my opinion on them. And I'm gonna ask you your opinion because I got some interesting takes on some of these universities that you have scholarships from.
Okay.
But I just feel like with basketball, it's more for sure pros. So
Yeah.
when you go to high school, in the 8th grade, blue chips over. You go to high school, freshman year, football come first. What was that freshman football season like? What was that experience like?
Walking in, I really didn't know what I was going to play. tight end, defensive end, or even varsity. I was walking in just trying to find a spot on the team, and I was that freshman. I didn't have a lot of say in anything, obviously during summer camp or anything that year, but
Right.
I just tried my hardest, and I got to play. Ended up playing. I was fortunate enough to end up playing varsity as a freshman and starting at defensive end. So it was a great experience, and it helped me obviously this year, just this year in general.
I swear it said, did you play a little bit of tight end also?
Yes, I played a little bit of tight end every once in a while my freshman year, and then this year I played like fullback and tight end.
What was your record end up being like this year?
This year was 3-2. We got hit with some COVID protocol problems and stuff like that, so we didn't end up playing 2 weeks.
Speaking of COVID, how has that impacted your recruiting? Has it been beneficial from the fact that you can stay work on your stuff, get bigger, stronger? But I'm pretty sure it could be detrimental because you can't get to some of these schools like you would like to, and you kind of back on recruiting. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty hard. Obviously I'm fortunate enough to be at 2023. I know 2022. That's so tough for them. I feel bad. It's not a good look. You can't make a decision off of virtual visits. You gotta be able to really express the campus and just be able to see it in person. And I'm hoping that opens up May 31st, like everyone's been saying. I know it keeps backing up, but I'm really hoping that I feel like this one is going to be the one where it actually does open and it can be like a quiet period.
Now, me, what I like to do sometimes is I sit down, I go to the rivals.coms, I go to the 24/7s. Did you know that recruiting was like so big when you first started playing football? Did you know that football recruiting was so huge with these platforms? Like they really cover football for real all across the country.
Actually, no, I didn't actually. I think I got into that in ninth grade. So I ended up visiting a couple schools, and we were fortunate enough to be able to make some connections with those schools. And obviously, it helped that my dad played in college. He played at Miami, Ohio. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Paris Johnson. Uh,
He went to Princeton and Cincinnati, right?
yeah.
Yep.
So we're pretty close with their family, and that's when I started getting into that recruiting stuff. The stars and stuff. I mean, that's cool and everything. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything. And I hope people don't take offense to that. But whether you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter. We're all trying to get to the same spot. But just seeing like Paris and stuff, that's where I got into it. I mean, that kid is legit as can be. So
I'm gonna let you say that about the stars, but them 5 or 4 stars look sexy next to their name, don't they? They look good.
they look good.
You,
You got to
hey,
back
we,
it up.
hey, when those stars filled up and you got 5 or 4, it looked good. And
It does.
that's for sure.
It does. But you got to back it up. You got to play.
You definitely got to back it up, man. But them stars, man, when you
Yeah.
look back on it, them stars look very, very sexy, man.
Yeah.
So, have you had a chance to go to like any of these camps or not yet? No rivals camp, no.
Obviously not yet. I was going to this summer. I'm not sure if they're gonna have them even this summer. I talked to a couple insiders that work with rivals in 247, and if I'm gonna go to one, I'm gonna be ready to go to one. And if I don't feel like I'm ready, I'm not gonna end up going. But I'm hoping I get to the ones that are like invitation only, so I can play the best of the best and just see where I'm at in the competitive way.
So right now, honestly, where do you think you at? I mean, where do you said y'all lower D1, but obviously y'all play some competition down there.
Yeah.
Where do you think you measure up?
This year we got. Do you mean like team wise or?
Player wise, like at your position, where do you think you measure up across the
Yeah.
state of Ohio, country, whatever?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm transit. So I don't know if you knew this. I plan on transitioning over to left tackle because
Mm-hmm.
some of the schools are recruiting me for O line. So, and they see me as one of those ones that can come in and put a couple 30 pounds on and be 300 pounds and hopefully be able to run still. And that's my plan. Either that or play D line. But I'm gonna definitely plan on playing both ways the whole game. I'm gonna do some damage for sure. I can't wait. It's a different year, I've really gotten into the weight room and just speed and agility wise as well. So, and I'm learning new things every day, film wise and just physicality and everything.
All right, if y'all just tuning in, man, we got my boy Luke on here. 313-284-6410. If you like to call in with a question, don't call in asking no BS, no stupid questions, because I will hang up on you. It's 2021. We ain't got time for the nonsense. Ain't that right, Luke? We had a rough year last year. 2020 was a rough year. Don't call in here with no nonsense, because I will hang up on you.
Yes, sir.
Coming into this year, 2021, 2020 was a rough year, man. It was a real rough year. Did you ever find yourself in a dark place because of everything that was going on in the world?
Oh yeah, just like not being able to, go to places, just be with my friends and stuff, honestly. And then online school, I'm sure I'm sure there's kids in here. I mean, that was death. It was a joke. It wasn't good. You didn't really learn much. I found myself in some bad spots with just online school and just not being able to know what I'm doing in class. So it was a rough year for I'm assuming everyone. So
Now, let me ask you a real question, because it's a lot of last year at the end of 2020, man, or springtime, I think it was like a split between racers or whatever. And you being somebody, I know you treat everybody with like a brother. You know what I mean? I know it's a rough situation to be in, because I've been around you, and we love, it's love on that basketball court. It's love no matter what nationality you is, no matter where you from. It's love. You know what I mean? And I feel like people need to replicate the way we do that on the court or on the football field. We need to replicate that in the real world. I think it's possible in the future. You know?
I definitely think it's possible. Sports, I feel like it just brings every race together, and it's sports. You don't really talk about anything else. It's just love and family and all that. So I really hope in the next few years that becomes just like all over the world instead of just in the sports era.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because I feel like with people like you who love everybody, and there's more people like that. We just gotta plant that in our seeds, and hopefully in the future, by the time I'm 60 years old, everything will be culture around here.
Yeah, for sure.
So what we about to do right now, man, is I'm about to share this screen. Let me see if I think I know how to do this right here. And I'm gonna go down this list of schools that you got offers from on your rivals profile. All right. Let me see. Application window. Chrome tab right here. There we go. Can you see that?
A little bit. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit here. Yeah,
it's hard to see. All right, okay. So the first school I see right here is Cincinnati. What do you know about Cincinnati? If you don't know too much, you can say not too much. If you know something, you can elaborate if you could. What do you know about Cincinnati?
Coach Fickle's done a great job. I still talk to him every so often. I've been to Cincinnati multiple times. I've been on campus. Actually went this past year. They've done a really good job recruiting people and just recruiting Ohio in general. They're starting to pull from Indiana and Florida, and they're gonna be big in the next few years. I really believe in that. So.
Okay, we're gonna go Florida State, man. I came up in the Florida State area. Bobby Bowden, Peter Warrick, man. Florida State was a powerhouse, and of late, not so much. But what do you know about Florida State, man?
They're in a rebuilding stage. I think they're going to do really well the next couple of years. They got the right staff. I saw 2 days ago, two of my friends actually committed in my class, which was pretty early for them to do that. But I think this 2023 class for Florida State is going to be pretty good.
Okay. Let's move on, man. Indiana. I think Indiana is one of those programs who gives the Big Ten fits. But one thing I don't like about Indiana is they play hard one week against Ohio State, and then they mess around and lose to a team like a Maryland or somebody. I don't know if they lost to Maryland this year, but that's something Indiana would do.
Yeah.
What do you know about Indiana?
Coach Allen, he's doing a great job there. Obviously, this past year they had a really good season. I mean, they were top tier. They lost to Ohio State by 7 or something like that. At home too, which is, I mean, obviously there's no fans, but still it's at Ohio State, and that's just hard to do in general. And I do think they deserve a shot at the Big Ten title. I think upcoming year they're going to be as good as they were last year. I really do think that. So there'll be some fits on that side of the Big Ten for sure.
Okay, we're gonna go Kentucky, man. Kentucky, my boy Lynn Bowden. I don't know if I used to cover football a couple years ago, and I stopped covering football because Lynn was the best player I ever seen play high school football in the state of Ohio, man. You gotta look at his highlight. Then
Okay.
he went to Kentucky and he dominated.
I saw you post something on that a couple of weeks ago or something like that. He plays
What
for
do
the Dolphins, right?
you play for the Dolphins? Had a pretty solid rookie year.
Okay.
What do you know about Kentucky so far?
They just got a new O-line coach, and that's what they're recruiting me for. Coach Wolford. He came from the 49ers, and he was at South Carolina for a while and a couple other places, and he's coached the best left tackles. I mean, last year he was at the 49ers and coached Trent Brown Jr., excuse me. That dude ran a 4.8 40 as a 320-pound left tackle, and I think he's the best in the league for sure. So, there's definitely some consideration for that school as well.
Hey, Luke, how you know all this stuff, man? You ever like how you remember all this stuff, man? You gotta you must have got a little study guide at home, huh?
I just remember those every call. I try to remember as much as I can.
Yeah, that's what's up. I know a lot of people do not do that.
Yeah.
We got Miami of Ohio, man. Besides Big Ben, what do you know about Miami of Ohio? That's probably one of the first schools to offer you, I'm guessing.
That was actually man, that was a couple weeks ago. They actually do not really offer many kids before their sophomore year, and that one was pretty special to me. That's my dad and mom's alumni. My dad played football there, and I got a special call from the head coach, so that was pretty special. And I go there like once or twice every year. I love the campus. Academics are great, so that was pretty special to me to get that one for my family and I. So.
Okay, next right here, man. We got a school that you recently got an offer from another school, and this school right here is the rival of that school, and this school ain't beat that school in this amount of years. But this school is very historic.
Yeah.
I had a good friend of mine, Jared Wilson, who plays for the Jaguars. He actually grew up right around the corner from me. He went to Michigan. He's in the pros right now, obviously. But what do you know about Michigan? What do you think about him?
I love Michigan. Ann Arbor, it's very pretty. Academics are great. Coach Harbaugh just started rebuilding their staff, and they're bringing in a lot of young guys, and I really like that move. Their O-line coach is Sharon Moore. He's an awesome guy. I just started talking to him a couple weeks ago when he got the O-line job, and I mean I bet he's 30 at max, if not that, and he's legit. He's really energetic. He obviously, like I said, he's a young guy, and he definitely knows what he's doing. So.
Okay, I'm gonna read off two more, man, because you got so many offers. I mean, damn, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna read off this one, man. This school right here, I think it's a cool school. They talking about they don't want to be on NCAA because they want players to get paid.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I wasn't gonna play with them anyway. But I would like them to be on the game. They're a pretty good school. I think Brian Kelly does a great job each and every year because it's not so many players that you can get to come to Notre Dame and meet that threshold for the grade point average. You know, you got to have a certain GPA, obviously, to get into that school.
Yeah.
What do you think about Notre Dame?
That's history. That's college football history. My cousins, they live in South Bend. We try to go up every year, or as of obviously recruiting wise. I went up last year for a game. Their D-line coaches recruited me, so that's one school that is for defensive line. Coach Elston is his name. He's from St. Mary's. It's about like 40 minutes away from me. We actually scrimmage them every year. So obviously him being from this area, that helps a lot as well. South Bend, it's beautiful. Can't express it. Have you been there? Have you been there, D. Rich?
Nah, I haven't been to South Bend yet.
You have to go to a night game or a game. It's special.
Now this school right here, man. This school right here, man. I live in Ohio. Every year that people talking smack, they make it to the Final Four every year. Seem like they cool, nice campus, beautiful woman on campus. I can't lie, it's a nice school. It's a nice school, man. But for some reason, every year I just feel like they do the same thing to me. But it's a very beautiful campus, top tier recruits, NFL players each and every year. I like them. I'm not that big of a fan. I'm an SEC man myself, Bama, all that stuff like that. But I like the Big Ten. But this school right here, man, I got to deal with these fans all year round, man, talking smack about they're gonna win a national championship each and every year. You recently just got an offer. It's a very, very big offer because not too many people can get that. And that's a big thing, man. Let me give you a round of applause on that, man. Because a lot of people do not get this offer right here. It's a big time offer. Yeah. Ohio State, man. What you think about Ohio State?
I love Ohio State. That's a great school. Coach Day. I actually talked to him today. That was I haven't talked to him for a while. We got a good 30-minute talk, probably close to that, and they're special. It's Ohio State, you know. Obviously, like you said, not many kids get that opportunity, and it's obviously a super big blessing just to have one offer. Ohio State, I don't have much to say. I mean, academic wise, obviously it's up there as well. Obviously they bring in the top recruits, and I'm from Columbus as well. But you know, I'm gonna take this time and really, really think it out. I'm not saying I'm going anywhere. Because I really have no idea where I want to go. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes in the next year or so.
I mean, you got a huge smile on your face with the Ohio State offer. Anybody would though, because it's a big time offer.
Yeah, it is a big time offer, and I really like Penn State, Notre Dame. You know, Penn State was the first Big Ten offer that I got, and first Power Five. They're up there as well, and I talk to them almost every day. I love Penn State. I was there at campus this year, so it's going to be a super hard decision. It's gonna be a hard decision, but we're gonna have to make one here in the next year and a half or so.
Now I'm looking at your list, man. Okay, and you missing one conference from what I see. You missing one. Big Ten is an excellent conference.
Pac-12.
ACC, pretty good conference. Forget the Pac-12 can kick, no disrespect to the Pac-12, but the Pac-12 can kick rocks to me because I don't really care about the Pac. I like at USC, big time program. I
Fair
like
enough.
them, but besides them, Pac-12 don't really do nothing for me. Oregon with the uniforms, very beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm an SEC man, Luke. I'm an SEC man. I gotta admit it, man. When I look at SEC football, I just feel like it's the cream of the crop. Big Ten next, but I feel like SEC is like the cream of the crop for some reason, man. Maybe I'm biased because I grew up watching CBS and watching Vern Lupquist announce the games in Alabama and Auburn. What do you think is perceived to be the best conference, the Big Ten or the SEC, or do you think they are pretty even?
I think they're pretty even, honestly. I just Kentucky is the one SEC offer that I have. But I actually just got into contact a couple weeks ago with South Carolina. I've been talking to LSU a couple times in Alabama this past couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to see that. We're planning on taking a couple trips down the South, obviously just to see campus and stuff, and hopefully get to camp and meet the coaches. I've heard like SEC is top notch. I've been to Kentucky, I've been to Tennessee, but I haven't been to like an LSU or Alabama, and that's what I want to experience. You know, I want to be able to go see Alabama, like Alabama, Clemson, LSU, Auburn, like all those schools down, and even Texas. Honestly, like schools down south, I feel like that they live and breathe football more than they do up in the north.
Okay, so let me ask you this question because I feel like this happens to a lot of people, man. This 5-star recruits, 4-star recruits, they go to college every year, man, and some of them get lost in a shuffle. And it's due to the fact that they picked the wrong school, and that's why the transfer portal is such a big thing now, man. And I kind of fell out with Nick Saban for the fact that he has such a grudge against the portal. But if a college coach want to get a better job tomorrow, he can up and leave. But you telling me a player that picked the wrong school, can't correct that and go to the correct school? What do you think about the transfer portal and what it's doing to college football?
It's a mess for sure right now. You see everyone transferring out every other day. I think you got to make the right decision for you, and that either whether it's you wanna sit a year or two just from playing on that big of a team, or maybe you're that good and just really really work hard to be able to be a plug and play when you get to a school, whether it's Ohio State or or like Notre Dame or Clemson, or just like even the MAC schools like Toledo or something. It's crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. This rule is, I mean, it's giving you a second chance, which is good, but I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. What do you think?
Listen, man, like I said, man, a college coach, these college coaches come for a couple months and they doing it as a stepping stone to get to a better job. You know,
Yeah,
these coaches go to a MAC school, win a 10 games with aspirations of going to a bigger school, go to a bigger school, win 10 games for 5 years, get an NFL job, and get
yep,
fired.
yep,
It's a never ending tradition. That's why Nick Saban don't go to the pros, because dang on well it's gonna end up the same way it ended up when he went to Miami. Because he
yep.
climbed the ladder too, and he went back to college. But these coaches, man, they leave whenever they want to, and I think that players should have the option to correct where they made a mistake at, because a lot of people never come back from making that mistake.
Yeah, I think I see it more as you're gonna be with your teammates for 4 years. I feel like you gotta be able to go to a school and really interact with the players. I mean, because those are like your brothers. That's your family for 3 to 5 years, 6 years, however long. Coaches are gonna be there, but I've already expressed this. I mean, this is my third year in high school, and this is gonna be my third coach. We just announced our third head coach for football. So I mean, I'm living it right now. Teammates are everything in my opinion. You're going to be with them as much as you can. Obviously, even the transfer portal, that's a thing, but not everyone's going to transfer. That's maybe 2, 3 a year, 2, 3, 4 a year. So players are the number one thing in my opinion in going to a college.
All right, guys, we're gonna be on here for about 10 more minutes, man. 10 more minutes. I got the number in the chat, 313-284-6410, if you guys would like to call in. Luke, do you worry about picking the wrong school since it happens to so many people? Does it scare you sometimes? I mean, I hope I don't make the wrong decision.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I really don't think of that. I like to think of the positives. Obviously, God's made a path for me. So far, I'm just gonna ride along with it. I mean, obviously, there's obstacles in the way. That's everyone's life. If that's the case, then I'm gonna have to rebuild and restructure and figure out another way. So it's not, at the end of the day, it bothers me, but it's all good.
Everybody got something that they overcame in life. Some people overcome it. Some people sit and cry about it. What's one of the biggest things that you had to overcome in your life so far on this earth?
I've went through some pretty bad injuries. I've broken my ankle twice, both ankles. Actually, right now I'm out with a hurt meniscus, strained meniscus. Been out for about 4 months, and I'm still worried about it, but that you can't let that stop you. You can't let injury stop you. You can't let anything else stop you. I mean, there's so many bumps in life, and obviously you got to have your friends and your family with you at all times. Someone's got to be there for you. You can't go. I feel like you can't really go through things yourself. I mean, everyone faces adversity.
When you step out on that field or on that basketball court, man, who do you do it for?
Um, God and my family, honestly. I do it for my friends too, and I try to represent all the people in my life. It's yeah, family for sure is one of them.
So when you look at football, what's the ultimate goal?
Obviously, number one goal, every kid wants to make it to the pros. Second goal for me is I see it as like my family and some even coaches have said it's a 4 year investment for 40-year degree. That's what I think of it. Academics, that's huge. That's going to be a huge part of this college decision. It can set me up for life. Not many kids get that opportunity, so I really don't want to take it for granted. I just want to keep working hard. So that's my main goal.
Luke, I gotta tell you something, man. Sally Mae is no joke. You hear me? I'm gonna repeat that for you kids
Yeah.
out there. Sally Mae is no joke. Okay? If you got the opportunity to go to school for free, guess what? You take it.
Yeah.
Because once you get out of school, Sally Mae gonna find you no matter where you move to. I done moved like 4-5 times. Guess what? They find me. Okay, and if you don't pay them, they gonna dock that credit. That's for sure. Now, you talked about left tackle. I just realized, like probably 5 or 6 years ago, how important the left tackle is, because it's protecting most quarterbacks' blind side, because most quarterbacks are right armed.
Yep.
You get some Mike Vicks out there, left arms. But most quarterbacks, they throw looking this way. That's their blind side. Would you agree that the left tackle, besides quarterback, it may be the most important position in football?
It might be. Yeah, it's like a couple of sources have said like that's the second highest paid job, and you got to have a kick step, you got to have a lethal kick step, you got to be fast out of your stance, and obviously you got like a Chase Young coming at you every game. It's the pros or whether it's college pros. I mean, there's some Chase Youngs out there that are just wreaking havoc, and you got to be able to stop that. And so that I feel like that is a huge because like obviously they're starting to make those. I don't think it's right that they make those quarterback rules on where you can land on them wrong. That's for me. I'm a defensive end too, and like that. That's a dumb rule. But um, quarterbacks they're not really made to get hit. So I mean, if they get hit by a 275-pound freight train, it's most likely not going to go well for them. So that's why it's one of the most important jobs that someone can take in the NFL.
Yeah, man, left tackle is very definitely up on that pay radar. They get paid a lot of money to protect that quarterback, man.
Yeah, they do.
What do you think about the Super Bowl? Do you think they cheated? Because a lot of people was talking about, that wasn't pass interference on Kansas City. I think it was a couple of times. What was your takeaway from the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I had Tom Brady winning the whole time. Let's be honest. He's not going to lose. He's been there too many times. He's a great leader. I don't really have a say on the pass interference because like obviously I'm not huge in the like reffing and stuff. Like I people have opinions, but that's one part of the game. I mean, there could have been a lot more other chances for the Chiefs to win that game.
Going back to the left tackle talk, did you ever tell Big Ja to just play left tackle?
Oh yeah,
he would be ranked high automatically.
Oh yeah, Big Ja. I've talked to him for a while, but he should have got his big butt out there. Like he needs to get out there. Still, I think he still does. It would toughen him up even more for basketball.
For sure, and he go to like the top football school.
IMG.
What do you think about schools like that?
I actually visited there this last year. It's great and everything, but at the end of the day, like coaches find you wherever you're at. Like I know that obviously from just like now, like I'm at Findlay, Ohio. I don't need to go to IMG, even if they like pay for tuition and stuff. You really don't get a chance to be a kid. I feel like at that level. And it is for people. I would take that opportunity. If I had the chance, but Findlay's great for me, and that's where I'm gonna stay at, and I love it here. Yeah, it just depends on whoever you are and what your opinion is on it.
Yeah, that's right, man. You could be playing football in a sewer.
Yeah.
If you're a beast in that sewer, guess what? Guess what? Luke Fickell, Ryan Day, they gonna find you if they want you. You could be. It don't matter, man. You could be down there playing against raccoons or anything. If you're a beast, they're going to find you, and that's guaranteed. But a lot of people, man, if they grow up in these neighborhoods where they got bad situations, parents gone, I think it's good for them to go to IMG. But college coaches will find you no matter where you at, man.
Yeah.
No matter where you at.
That is a good point for sure. They definitely take care of you though, like at IMG and stuff. I've been there firsthand. I've seen it. They really do take care of you there.
So NFL wise, man, who do you? I mean, you said left tackle, DN. Is there anybody that you watch all the time, or you just tune in and watch every position basically?
I really like Aaron Donald and Chase Young. I watch Taylor Lewan and Trent Brown Jr. as well. The left tackles, and then I really love Aaron Donald. Just like he's crazy. I bet he's like 6'1", at tallest 6'2", maybe. He's a dog. I mean, 290 pounds and ripped as can be, and can just use his hands. And that's what I look up to out of everyone. I think is definitely Aaron Donald.
Yeah, man,
he's a dog.
Savage, dude.
Yeah,
savage, dude. Like, like for him to be that, he's not even the biggest defensive tackle.
Yeah, he goes
that helps. That works to his advantage. I feel like though.
Stays low for sure. Yeah, some of those dudes are 6'6", 6'7", 330 pounds, and he's just staying low and using his body, and he gets past them.
So how much weight you think you got to gain if you want to play left tackle? Because obviously I think it's a difference in the body structure of a left tackle and a defensive end. Like probably be way more playing left tackle, I would guess. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I weigh 260 pounds right now. Um, I think my goal is to get around the 285, 290 my senior year, and hopefully, obviously, have that be all muscle. I like where I'm at right now. I don't see a problem with even if I didn't gain as much weight. I've had talks with some coaches. You go to your first couple of weeks at a college, and you're automatically up to 15, 20 pounds just how they feed you and how you lift and stuff and take care of your body. So um, I think I could be a guy that if he plays D line, probably around 290. But if I play left tackle, I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a good looking 305, 310.
Yeah, I guess you got to gain weight. I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. Honestly, I've been running on the treadmill every day. I'm like 208 right now. I'm trying to get to like 195. To be honest with you,
Okay,
I
okay.
don't. I don't like it. I don't like it in the 200s. Not for me. What do you think about just the football game in general, man? Because it's becoming very soft, man. Like you said, like it's geared more towards offense, man.
Yeah,
Like the Lawrence Taylor days and the hard hitters, the Ronnie Lotts. It's,
yeah,
it's gonna be no more of that, man, because they get 15-yard penalties and it's more geared towards the offensive player.
yeah. There's some targeting calls. Obviously, that's a huge factor in this day and age. Targeting is obviously it's super dangerous, but there are some calls that I don't really agree with, just because like you said, like the Lawrence Taylors and stuff. I mean, they did that all the time, and like it wasn't a flag. But obviously, I mean, if you're lowering the head to the point where you're actually like trying to kill someone, like knock them out or break their neck or something like that, then obviously that's going to be a targeting call. But it is definitely getting weaker as we speak. I don't like seeing that. I think college is where it's at right now. There's some targeting calls still, but they're letting them hit the quarterback and stuff. So yeah.
If you're fortunate enough to make it to where you want to get to, what's the first thing that you would do? Like,
Definitely giving back. That'd be huge for me. I love taking care of other people, and that's definitely a huge goal of mine. I would love to start my own charity foundation and just some other things, and just give back as much as I can.
what did you think about that kid who was talking crazy to Cam Newton like that?
So disrespectful. Whoever that kid is, like, you have no say in that. I mean, that dude's a pro. What is he? It wasn't he an MVP one year. I'm like
Yes, he
super
was.
contender. You cannot go up to that, and I think he handled it really well. Cam Newton did. I think
Yeah,
he I think he did pretty well with it, but that's so disrespectful.
dude, Cam Newton is my favorite college football player.
He's got drip too.
Got drip.
He's
And he
got
went to Auburn and he did everything in 1 year. He beat Bama, won a national championship,
Jack.
and he supposedly got $100,000 from it. So in my book, he's grade A.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Uh,
so much
these
disrespect for that. I couldn't even imagine.
it's good. It's a good thing you got manners, man, because a lot of kids that have no respect, man, like to treat a legend like that to his face, calling him this and that when he reached a level that you aspire to be at, and a level that, let's be quite frank, it's hard to make it to, and he might
Yeah,
not make it there.
exactly.
Is he a 5 star? Is he a 4 star? Do we got offers from big time schools? Like, who is this kid? I gotta look him up
Yeah.
to be
Right.
talking to Cam Newton like that, man.
Yeah. And he even said it like I don't know if he showed up to his game or not after, but that kid like has no say in anything. And I think Cam Newton really took that well when he disrespected him. So
Well, Luke, man, I definitely appreciate you coming on here, man. I got
thank
one
you.
more question for you. How do you stay level headed, man? Because honestly, man, from the time that I've spent with kids throughout the years, a lot of them get the big head, man. A lot of them act like they don't want to hit me back. Just act funny, act like they've been somewhere already. You know what I mean? They just change, like, and it's they kids, so I'm not like pissed off about it, but it happens. They grow up, but a lot of kids have a big head, man, because they celebrities, and me and other companies, we help them become celebrities, and they get big heads or whatever. How do you keep a
Um,
calm, cool composure?
yeah, I haven't done anything yet. That's what I say. Like I'm a no one. I'm a high school kid, just trying to have a dream like everyone else does. I haven't proved anything. It's just the start of a process for me that I'm obviously like any other kid. I want to be a pro, but obviously there's other obstacles, and if that's not the chance that I get, then I'm fortunate enough to even have this chance. So, like for me, if you're like that at that point, like you haven't been raised right. I feel like like just there's been something wrong. Like just if you have that, if you like, if you're a high school kid, you're whatever, you're verified or whatever. I think you just treat every kid. Like obviously people are gonna look up to you at a young age, and you're a young kid, So you got to really watch what you do and just treat everyone with respect still, because you haven't really made it anywhere yet. You're a high school kid.
Yeah, man. Social media got everybody pumped up, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely appreciate you getting on here, man. Let me give you a round of applause one more time, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. We're gonna end it off with the future drop.
Sensational.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. Stay out of trouble, stay focused.
Yes, sir.
If you make it there, man, just give me one ticket to a game or something. I'll be cool, man. You know what I mean? That's I don't need much.
Yeah,
but I definitely appreciate you, man. Stay focused, keep working, we'll stay in touch, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you, D-Rich. You have a great night.
You too, man.
See ya.
Yep.